Welcome to the State of the Weight Loss Industry Address, edition 2023. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the predictions of what you will be seeing in the forthcoming year, number one, and number two, exactly what to do to finally lose weight and keep it off forever in this coming year. Strap on, because we're about to take off. Welcome everyone. My name is Amir Pozniak and I am the founder of 7figurebody.com, a company that specializes in helping successful entrepreneurs lose 20 to 50 pounds and get in the top shape, absolute best shape of their life without starvation, cardio, cutting out carbs, or any other BS. In this video, I'm going to share with you, this is going to be the State of the Weight Loss Industry Address, edition 2023. I'm going to make some predictions on what you will be seeing more of in the next year, and exactly what to do for this year to be the last one where you write down, I want to lose weight as your New Year's resolution, because we don't want to lose weight just to gain it back and the next year we have the same goal. So the first thing is something that you're going to be seeing way more of in the next coming 12 months is what we really have been seeing for 20, 30, even more years so far, and that is three things. Number one, there will be clueless charlatans, what in the evidence-based industry we call quacks. Such as you have chiropractors, you have kidney doctors, you have psychiatrists. These are the experts that are going to tell you that the best diet in the world for you to lose weight is, drum roll, whatever is the most popular fad those days. That's what they're going to promote because they're just in it to make money. Because if keto diet is popular, it's very smart to just go and tell everybody, do keto. So this is exactly what they do. Of course, this has nothing to do with reality or how you should be losing weight. It's just whatever is popular. If any of these charlatans were in the 80s, they would be telling you that carbs are terrible and fats are amazing because that's what, at the time, the current biggest fad was. So that is what we're going to be seeing more of. One note on that, anytime when you see doctor and then whatever the name promoting anything, be extremely cautious because chances are 99.9% that that's a clueless charlatan just trying to sell you the newest fad. Very, very few exceptions. Very few of these people ever have an actual doctorate in something that's related to that, like a dietitian, nutrition, exercise and science. Usually they don't. So maybe, and again, these, degrees are not really all there is. It's not really that important. You have a bunch of, clueless dietitians, certainly, but it would be at least more fair, if not to say more ethical, to say, hi, I'm a chiropractor. I am a, orthopedic surgeon, but I'm going to tell you about weight loss. Maybe some people would actually appreciate that more. I know that I would if I was on the receiving end of that. So anytime you see doctor, whatever, it's maybe a good idea to go Google, whatever the name, what is this person doctored in? And if they are orthopedic surgeon, maybe, just maybe, it would be wiser to not take weight loss advice from them. So that's the first thing. The second thing you're going to be seeing is, again, more of what we've already seen for 30 years or more, which is steroid-filled morons telling you that if you just take the X supplement, whatever it is, diet, you will look like them. And you won't because they're on all the steroids in the world and it's fake. Let's just put it that way. So unless you want to be fooled and you want to, believe that, then go for it. But I'm talking to successful thinking entrepreneurs and busy professionals who would love to be told the truth, because after 15 years in this industry and 1,200 transformations that I've had with clients, I have learned that there's a, ever growing pocket of markets out there that really wants to be told the truth. People have been lied to and tricked and, false promises that nobody ever fulfills on. People are really, really starting to think for themselves and saying, hey, I really would like just somebody to literally come and tell me the truth. What does it actually take to lose weight? And therefore, that's why probably my business is booming. And that's why in this video, I'm going to share exactly what you need to do to lose however many pounds you want, whether it be 15 to 50, which is my usual client losing somewhere there. I've had clients lose over 100 pounds. The process is always going to be the same. So that's the second thing. The third thing you will see is more of the magic weight loss solutions that are do this for 7 days and you're going to lose, this many pounds. Usually this is just all water. Please remember that we are currently in the low carb cycle of this industry, because this industry literally just jumps from carbs are awesome and fats are bad. And then when everybody's bought that and they're like, okay, this doesn't work, and they just switch it over. And that's literally happening over the decades. Currently, we are in the keto, which is basically low carb that started, 20 plus years ago. And it used to be low carb, paleo, South Beach, and then eventually evolved into keto, which ketogenic diet was never intended to be a diet. It was invented essentially as a medical approach to people with epilepsy, to reduce the frequency of epileptic seizures. And then marketers, copywriters saw that as a wonderful opportunity to turn it into a diet. Just like what happens with veganism, that never was intended to have anything to do with weight loss. Just like all these other things that people think is amazing to sell a bunch of, whatever products or whatever it is, another BS comes up every probably month or two, and we're going to be seeing more of that in 2023. So please remember that you do not need to cut your carbs and eat no carbs, cut your fats and eat no fats. In a minute, I'm going to get to exactly what you need to do in order to lose weight. None of these are the thing you have to do. And actually, even if you did do that and it was successful in the short term, just like most people who've tried keto diet have learned, you lose 10 pounds only to gain 20 back. You lose 20 only to gain 40 back. And remember, as people, enough millions of people have done the keto diet, and now if you go up on the street and ask a regular person, hey, remember that? Have you ever heard of that keto diet? And they say, oh yeah, I know, that's that thing that everybody loses some and then gains double the weight back. When an average person thinks that, like the common theme in the marketplace becomes that, do you know what the industry responds with? Okay, now we have to change it. We have to usually come up with a dumber version of that. And keto, that's how keto evolved into carnivore. Keto at least allows some carbs. Carnivore, you can't have any carbs. Now we evolved to, vegetables are bad for you. Apple is bad for you. You just can't make this stuff up. If you ever think that there's something so dumb that it can never, pass, think again, because it can. And this is going into 2023, the proof that it can. So those are the three things you're going to be seeing more of. Clueless experts selling whatever the fad, steroid-filled morons telling you that, oh no, I'm totally natural and you can look like this if you just take X supplement. And then 3, more fads will come around and more faster things, lose weight in 3 days, etc. So now let's talk about the 3 things that are the pillars of actually losing weight and getting in shape. Pillar number 1 is the type of diet you actually eat. Mainly what types of foods you're eating. What is the composition of your diet? Are you eating more carbs, less carbs, more fat, less fat? Are you having animal proteins or plant proteins? Are your carbs coming from here or there? Are your fats coming from here or there? That's pillar number 1, the type of your diet. Pillar number 2 is exercise. And pillar number 3 is what I call the magic bullet. And magic bullet is, in one word, calories. Why is it magic? It's because it's different for every person in this world. Indeed, no 2 people in this world should ever eat the same number of calories. So when you customize this, when I customize calories and diet for my clients, they think it's magical because they're losing weight in a sustainable, enjoyable way, unrestricted. They can eat anything they want and they're still dropping fat every week. In reality, there's nothing magical. There's just science behind it, how to customize it. But calories truly are the only thing that actually matters when it comes to losing weight. Everything else is secondary, third, fourth in importance. The only thing that actually matters the most is total calories. However, in this industry, the biggest amount of attention, effort, and focus is being put on pillar number 1, the type of your diet, and actually that matters the least. The least, for example, your ratio of fats and carbs is completely irrelevant for your weight loss results. If you control total calories and you have enough protein, that's it. But let's just say if you control total calories, the composition of your diet doesn't really matter much. You'll be losing the same amount of weight as long as the same deficit of calories is the same across 3 diets. So if you have 3 diets, one is very high carb, low fat, the other one is very low fat, high carb, the third one is mixed 50-50. It doesn't matter. If total calories and protein are the same, you will have the identical weight loss results between them. So because of that, the type of diet, which is what everybody talks about all the time, if you think about this industry, there's vegans saying your protein should not come from animals. And then it should come from plants. Carnivores, people are saying the opposite. You should have no plants. You should just have animal proteins, and all the food should come from animal sources. Then you have, all the low carb zealots, keto, carnivore, and everybody else. Oh, carbs are terrible for you. Fats are amazing. And then you have the low fat group saying that, fats are horrible and carbs are amazing. At the end, none of this really matters for weight loss specifically. For health, it does matter to an extent, certainly, because we shouldn't be eating, for example, junk food all the time. Even though if you just eat junk food and control your calories, you will still be losing weight, absolutely. Again, not suggested, nobody should do that, but in theory, you absolutely can, as long as you control the calories. So that is what I suggest this whole industry to move toward, from this being the main thing, the composition of your diet, this diet is best, that diet is best. I propose that to be the least thing. We need to turn that around, and instead of the most important one, put it to be the least important one of the three. The second one, which is usually given the second most amount of attention and focus, is exercise. And in reality, for weight loss, exercise is very, very, very inefficient, and as such, very low importance on that scale. Why? Because exercise burns way fewer calories than we think. Both cardio and lifting weights do that. You think they burn this many? They actually burn this many calories, way less than we think they do. And because of that, exercise is actually not that important when it comes to losing weight. It is extremely important for weight loss maintenance. So I absolutely suggest everybody to exercise, because this is the internet. Somebody's going to hear this and say, see, that coach is saying that we shouldn't exercise. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. You absolutely should exercise, just not with the idea that that is going to help you lose weight, because it probably will not. This has been shown a million times in research over and over and over again, that when they take subjects in this research and put them in different groups. One group is put on 2 to 3 times a week lifting, the other 2 to 3 times cardio. At the end of the day, almost every study shows that most people do not lose any weight if they just start exercising, but not changing their diet. They do not lose any weight. So all of their weight loss will come, or majority of it will come from diet, not from exercising. Of course, the exception to this is if somebody can exercise 5 or 6 or 4 hours a day, then great. But again, people who can and like to exercise 4 to 6 hours per day are usually professional athletes, and they don't have a weight issue. So it's not really relevant for anybody running a business, having a family, and not wanting to exercise 6 hours a day. So I suggest that to be the second, really not that important thing that you shouldn't really focus on. And then the last thing that people focus on the least, and as a matter of fact, all of these zealot groups will actually tell you that calories do not matter at all. You don't need to focus on calories. You've probably heard, if you just do fasting, you don't need to focus on calories. If you just do carnivore, calories don't matter. Just, cut your carbs and you'll be fine. All of these, charlatans will tell you weight loss is not about calories. It's about, if it's a low carb zealot, it's a keto carnivore zealot, it's just about cut your carbs, you'll lose weight. The other group is like, carbs are amazing, but fats are horrible. And all you got to do is just cut your fats. Fasting zealots will tell you don't really have to do calories. Just, fast for 16 hours a day. Starve yourself for 16 hours a day. At the end, all of these are just trying to cut your calories while telling you that calories don't matter, while calories are the most important thing that matters more than anything else. Case in point, if you have a perfect diet, meaning the healthiest food in the world, whatever you think that is, and you eat them above your maintenance calories, you're in a surplus, you will be gaining weight. On the other hand, if you have the worst, most processed, most unhealthy foods, whatever you think that is. So let's say we go to, McDonald's, KFC, Wendy's, and we eat just that, like processed junk food, but we are in a calorie deficit, we will absolutely be losing weight. By the way, this has been proven million times over in research, but also if you Google McDonald's diet and Twinkies diet, as the name suggests, 2 nutrition professors actually, this was many years ago, one of them just ate in McDonald's and nowhere else and nothing else, but he put himself in a calorie deficit. He lost a ton of weight and his health improved. The other one is a Twinkie diet, where another professor of nutrition does the exact same thing. He just ate Twinkies all day long and lost a ton of weight and his health improved. So number one thing you need to focus on is the total amount of calories. If you just do that and put yourself in a deficit, you will be losing weight. The number one thing to do that is to actually track calories, which again, everybody's going to tell you that's terrible, takes a lot of time. It actually doesn't. It's a skill that takes only a couple of weeks to practice. And then 1, 2, 3 weeks into it, it will take you 1 minute per day or less. Do you have 60 seconds per day to focus on the most important thing in your life, which is your health? Because when you are healthy, you have a ton of energy, you look great, feel great, you're ready to conquer the world. And the opposite is true when you're overweight, low energy, lethargic, don't feel and or look good. It's probably not the way that you are going to show the world whatever your gifts as an entrepreneur are, and you can't really change the world or build businesses or do good in this world as we do as entrepreneurs. So number one thing, focus on calories. That should be that pillar that is always neglected or even, purported as not important at all, is the most important of them all. Track calories for a couple of weeks. It will change your life. Put yourself in a small deficit. 20% if you don't know what to do, just 20, whatever the maintenance calories are, take 20% off of that. You will be totally fine. Also, the second thing to add to that is eat enough protein. 0.8 grams of protein times your body weight in pounds. That's how much protein you should eat. Generally speaking, yes, I would customize this for each person differently, but that would be it. These are the two strategic, applicable things that you can do right now in order to start losing weight and actually get to your perfect body. So focus on being in a calorie deficit by controlling your calories and going below your maintenance. Number 2, eat more protein or enough protein. So how much is that? 0.7 to 0.8 grams of protein times your weight in pounds. That's how much you should be eating. If we just focus as an industry, as educators, if you are an educator in the field and your business is changing people's lives, like actually creating transformations for your clients, like it is for me, this is what I suggest focusing on first: calories and protein. Way less on exercise because it's really not that important for weight loss, and the least focusing on the actual type of diet that we're eating. Where is that protein coming from? Where's this coming from? Should you have low carb or high carb? It doesn't really matter. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you are an educator in this field, I thank you for your commitment, for just building a business that actually revolves around changing people's lives. We truly do God's work. A lot of clients have told me that a lot of times over the years, and I believe that we truly change this world for the better by changing people's lives along the way. If you are not an educator in this field, if you are an entrepreneur trying to lose weight and get in the best shape, I thank you for your commitment for doing that, because truly our number one private and business asset is our health. Because when we are healthy, we can do everything. If we have everything, all the money in the world, success, relationships, happiness, but we are sick and or don't feel or look good, we're not gonna experience life at the highest level as we could. So I thank you, both of these groups, for your commitments and watching this video. And one last thing, if you liked this video and liked what you saw and heard, I would like to invite you to an absolutely 100% free webinar that I'm going to be doing on February 6th, 2023, Friday, at 11 a.m. Eastern. On this webinar, I'm going to share with you A to Z complete process that I used to transform myself to go from a fat kid who was told to never ever have any chance of any success in sports, to going from that to professional athlete, 3-time national champion, Olympic Games candidate, and now a coach and one of the leaders in the fields, in this field, and literally transformed 1,200 clients in the last 14 years. And I'm gonna share with you the exact same process, A to Z, on how you can lose anywhere from 15 to 50 or more pounds of body fat without starvation, without cardio, and without cutting out carbs. So if you would like to lose some weight and actually keep it off forever, this is going to be for you. I'm going to basically hold nothing back, show you behind the curtain of exactly what and how to do. So click the link in the description of this video. There's going to be a link there to register for a completely free webinar. I'm going to send you some email reminders before that so you don't forget. But it's Friday, January 6th, 2023 at 11 a.m. Eastern. I will also, as a free bonus, just to sign up for the webinar, I'm going to send you a free version, digital version of my book. This book sells for $25 on Amazon, has 100% 5-star reviews. Anybody who reads it says that it was the best book that they have ever read in this field of weight loss, fitness, and health. And you don't have to buy it. I'm gonna send you, feel free to buy it on Amazon if you want a physical copy, but I'm gonna send you a free version of digital version of this book as well. So I thank you again for the time that you have spent with me here. I hope it was worth it for you, and I will see you all on Friday, January 6th, 2023 at 11 a.m. Eastern on that webinar.